Greetings collectors and welcome to today's show. Today we're going full on ninja as we explore the game Shadow Warriors for the Commodore Amiga. Chances are though, you know this game by its more widely known name, Ninja Gaiden. The title Shadow Warriors comes from the release in PAL territories. Ninja Gaiden didn't mean much to us as a title back in 1990. A Shadow Warrior, on the other hand, I know exactly what they get up to. They dish out beatings like they're going out of fashion. Whilst most retro gamers now look at the NES version for what is considered the classic Ninja Gaiden title, here in the UK and the rest of Europe we looked at an alternative version of the game with better graphics, better sound and somewhat awesome cutscenes as our go-to game of choice. Whether you're playing on the classic Nintendo, Atari ST or Commodore Amiga, everyone will have their favourite version of this game. Mine happens to be the Commodore Amiga. Let's get into the packaging, and the box doesn't mess around. You know from the glint in the ninja's eye, he's here to clean up the city. The rear of the box boasts some impressive claims around the ninjutsu that you'll be dealing out to the scum on the street. The Phoenix backflip, triple blow combinations, flying neck throw, hand kick and more. It's enough to get you in the mood for some retro pixel kicking action. One of my favourite features of the box though is the side text. Shadow Warriors, heroes of the 90s. There's something rather nostalgic about that. The 90s was all about how cool things were. Inside the box, you get the 2 game discs along with the game manual, all prepared neatly in the ocean sandwich bag. The game itself opens with a very memorable cutscene. I remember this vividly from my childhood. It's just a very cool intro sequence. Then you get the Ninja in USA loading screen and the dramatic music change. From there on, it's knuckle sandwiches for everyone. As the hero of the 90s, it's your mission to get rid of the scum of the city, one thug at a time, on occasions all at once. At your disposal are a range of punches, kicks and of course the Phoenix backflip. This is some fairly industrial ninjutsu that you're able to deal out. There are some nice touches here like the ability to swing kick from overhead poles. It's also really satisfying to cartwheel your enemies to death and flip off the walls. The enemies are reasonably well designed. There are a few sprite swaps here and there, but the game does provide an enemy set with different attack styles. The brutes with swinging logs are a particularly nice touch. At the end of each stage, you'll fight the level boss. As you may expect, these are typically larger sprites than the main mobs. They do more damage and have larger life bars. Overall though, these level bosses tend not to be too difficult as you can pick up their patterns rather quickly and exploit them. The game switches things up nicely and creates a varied set of stages, despite being mainly in an urban-based setting. There are some gameplay issues here. With games such as Final Fight or Streets of Rage 2, there's a nice snap to the kicks and punches and it really feels impactful. At times Shadow Warriors' attacks feel slightly spongy. It's not that the punches don't land or do damage, it just lacks that final bit of polish that delivers the gritty, real feel of a fight. Overall though, I'm not going to complain, as all the main components of a decent street brawler are here. The graphics are well stylised and consistent, and the in-game music is a really memorable experience. In terms of collecting, I can see this game appealing to a lot of Ninja Gaiden fans, as well as gamers looking for a decent street brawler. You can do a lot worse than Shadow Warriors when it comes to retro beat-em-up action. I was lucky enough to buy the big box version of the game for just £3. That's around $5 in the US. At this price it's an absolute bargain. However, first editions usually sell closer to the £10 mark, unless you can buy it in a job lot with a lot of other games. Although a little dated in places, I believe that Shadow Warriors holds up reasonably well. It's certainly more playable than other aging classics such as Double Dragon. The stylisation of the cutscenes, thumping soundtrack and art style make this one of my perennial favourites. I have to admit I'm probably a little biased about this game. Shadow Warriors was one of the games I played a lot when I was younger, and I have a lot of nostalgia value attached to that. Even without nostalgia value connected to this game though, I still believe that most retro gamers would enjoy this one. It's a very solid beat 'em up with a good legacy, good soundtrack, and well worth a playthrough. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hello again, I hope you enjoyed today's show and thank you for the view. Remember, you can always comment, like, subscribe and find us on the social media sites below. Happy collecting!